Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my God, look at all my it's so cute. Oh my God, I love seeing them. They're so freaking adorable. Hi, Roslyn. Hi, Bagel. How are y'all doing this morning? Morning. Where the heck is my brain? Thank you both so much for your daily honks. Oh my God, it's Monday, right? It is, right? Where am I? What am I doing? I don't know what's happening anymore. Oh, good God. Okay. Welcome in. Oh, God. I feel like I need to go offline and start again. It's like waking up on the wrong side of bed. You're just like, oh, God. But welcome in, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to be starting Strange Antiquities tonight, so I'm very excited. Strange horticulture was so much fun, so I'm very, very intrigued to see kind of what the changes are and how they, like what kind of features that they kept, what they got rid of. But first, we've got our poem and getting Dennis dressed. I feel like I'm yelling at you guys. Is the music? I feel like the music's really quiet for you guys. Is it very quiet for you guys? I may turn it up. Just looking just purely off of volumes. Okay. I'll leave it be then. But it's like my voice is like here, and then like this music was like here. So to me, it looks like it needs to go up more. But you guys are the ones. Is that better? I was messing with some stuff and changing out my overlays and everything, so I may have bonked it. Okay, okay. Cool. Yeah, I was about to say, that looks like I should be like roughly twice as loud as music now. But I was like, okay, I like glanced up and I was like, I don't think they can hear it. Cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. So we got to get Dennis dressed. I was like, what am I doing? What is anything happening? But he is a little... Guys. It's just been a Monday. Like it's been all the like the tiny little things that like can go wrong will, but not in a way that it's like terrible or crazy inconvenient. It's just tiner. God. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a great time no matter what happens, no matter what I say. It's gonna be a great time. Oh my God. Okay. We're gonna get Dennis dressed. So I took the chicken hat out of rotation. Yes, exactly, exactly. All the tiny stuff. Or like when you go to pick up something off the floor and you like just don't grab it for like 4 different tries. You have to like take a second and then go again. Yeah, it's like that. But everything but the chicken hat is in rotation for tonight. So we've got the sprout and the carrot, and then we've got bunny ears, the orange, and the strawberry. So if anybody has a preference on what he wears tonight, I can get him dressed. I feel like I need to find a better spot for chat because I tend to lean this way when I'm talking to you guys because y'all are over here for me. Sprout, you got it. So like I feel like I need to move chat, but then I'm like, but I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. Grab his glasses. The sprout always sparks joy for me, honestly. Like I think all of them do, to be honest. Like there's not a bad choice. But him and I can be twinsies today with the sprout, so that works perfectly for me. I don't know if any of y'all listen to K-pop, but I'm a big Stray Kids fan, and relatively recently have started getting into ATEEZ. And while scrolling through my like TikTok today, I'm gonna turn that down. So I still feel like I'm screaming at you guys because my music was up so loud for me. But I saw 2 new songs, one from each of them that they were teasing, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so great. I'm so excited. But he's ready to go. He's so stinking cute. I'm gonna fix his little sprout so it's pointing in the right direction. And then I will do the poem for the day. We do not have a kitty cat over there at the moment, so whenever we get in a game, that will be a Dennis cam. But we've got another one from I Am Her Tribe from Danielle Dobie. This one is titled, it's called For the Eyes That Bloom. And it says, do not come to me with a love that is tongue-tied of desert thirst, only half exposed. My hands can only grasp what is full breath, strong pulse, and intoxicating. Anything less will not bring my heart to its knees. And then the next one is like a 2-liner, so I'm gonna do that one too. The next one's untitled, and it just says open heart with a backbone. And it has this cute little picture. I love all the little like line drawing doodles. They're so stinking cute. I'm a big fan. Perfect. I think we're good to just jump straight in game. I'm very excited. I'm curious to see what they kind of kept and what they didn't. So the premise behind this one is it's still in the same city of Undermere as Strange Horticulture was. And we are running an antiquities store instead of the plant store, but we still have a little kitty cat with us. And I thought we had kind of like fully wrapped up that storyline of the like cult and whatnot. So I'm intrigued to see, you know, number one, how much time has passed. Number two, who's fucking with things they don't need to be fucking with again. Because somebody's clearly got to be getting into something. But let's get into game here. I'm gonna make sure Dennis is in frame for you guys.
Take this, take this, take this, take this, take this.
Bagel, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for the lurk as well. You guys are so freaking kind to me. I appreciate it so much. I've been like randomly thinking about Saturday every now and then, and I like tear up again because you guys are so stinking cool. I'm truly so blessed to have such cool people in my community. I thank you guys just for being y'all and like just existing here with me. I appreciate it so much. Let's get started. I'm so excited. I need to pause the music for me though, otherwise.
I ain't gonna never stop.
Thank you, Rosalind. All right. And if game volumes, because I didn't want to start the game in case something like this popped up. I wanted to be able to experience it with you guys. So if game volumes are really low, let me know. I can turn myself down to match them. As a thaumaturgist apprentice, there's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it's important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities, in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed even then to signal the start of rising dread. Spooky. I'm so excited. I made sure to have my water with me because I remembered it being a lot of reading last time. I am so excited. Give me half a second. I just want to make sure that I did actually change my title here. Helps if I can spell. Here we go. Nope. Here we go. Okay. A kitty cat. Oh, he's got heterochromia. Hi, buddy. Okay, so this is going to be kind of... Hi, welcome on in. Okay, I'm going to double check how to say your name. Is it Joysu? I am terrible with name pronunciation, so if I'm incorrect, please let me know. But I hope you are doing so well today. Welcome on in. We just got started with Strange Antiquities. Yes, awesome, amazing. I was like plotting it earlier. I was like, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not positive. But while I've got you here, you did get a follower sticker for hanging out with us. So I'm gonna take a half second to show this one to you. Maybe. There you go. It's the Silly Goose University one. There's your follower sticker. Yeah. Thanks so much for being here. But for anybody that I say anybody, any of you guys actually. But yay! Oh my gosh, so you'll love Dennis then. He's up here in the top little corner. That's our cat cam whenever a kitty cat is around. But this is Dennis. He hangs out with us and we get him dressed at the start of every stream. So we're all silly geese here. That's awesome. But if audio levels are a little weird, this seems to be kind of the baseline of music. I feel like I may need to drop me down, but if it sounds good to you guys, perfect. But if you don't hear the rain and the little bit of music, just let me know and I can fix that pretty easily. With little baby kitty cat. I feel like I could sit here and just pet the cat the entire time. Only 9% silly today. Oh my goodness. Hold on, let me check mine. 66% silly. Oh boy. Sound great. Perfect. Thank you so much for that confirmation. I appreciate it very much. We've got all kinds of stuff here. We've got a little owl, a little bat trinket. Ooh, we got a little bug friend. Ugh. Not a huge fan of that. This is cool. It looks very similar to Strange Horticulture. Eli White. I've been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I'm leaving the shop in your care with some reluctance, I might add. Make it use of my reference materials. Here, take this. Oh, hey. A boot. There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Okay, under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. So I'm going to be looking to unlock everything. In fact, save us not to touch anything at all. I should be back in a few days. Okay. Great. Use the arrow keys or WASD to navigate your shop. Ooh, okay. I like it. Ooh, that's so much nicer than having to like scroll all the way from one side to the other. That's a great, great quality of life change. What's this? The Thaumaturge, Eli White. Eli is a thaumaturge, a collector and curator of powerful objects. Objects that to the untrained eye may appear dull and lifeless. But that in the right hands and armed to the right knowledge can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As the owner of Strange Antiquities, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side, a side that is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. And then it recounts the conversations. We can read about the kitty cat, devourer of souls. Amazing. Jupiter's a thaumaturge's cat, or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's thaumaturge. Jupiter found Strange Antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within and made it to his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is a mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town's residents. That's amazing. Hey, Clary, welcome in. Devourer of souls. Man, I hope Jupiter is like a key piece for today. That's gonna be so funny. Thank you for your daily honk. All right, Thomas Pope. Congratulations. Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. That's me. I'm a man who loves fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish, but I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. If you would be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Ooh, okay. Use right-click on items to inspect them. Color composition, sense of touch. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I've been attacked by the cat fur. I put a little bit of lip gloss on, and so now all the cat fur is just like sticking to me. All right, so color and composition. Move the cursor over different parts of the object to inspect it. brown twine of some kind. So bone yellowed white. So would that... Brown twine of some kind. Oh, okay, okay. So this is, if I want to inspect the color and composition, I clicked here and then around it. And then a sense of touch. It's hard and somewhat rough with coarse fibers for the ropes. That's interesting. Scent and sound. Oh, that's fascinating. A soft sound like a serpent's whisper emanates from within. And then inner perception. It has some evil quality to it. I do not like to hold it. Interesting. Okay, so let's look in here. Oh, itchy. Strange artifacts, a guide to the occult objects. Hunter's boon is what we're looking for. Hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are a simple item without embellishment. Okay. So we've got a bunch of stuff over here. We've got like a weird hand-looking thing. A rune, a tree, ram's head, medallion, potion, a goat, a creepy eyeball, which I don't like. We've got things that we can weigh stuff with. Incredible. Love that. We've got a skull. We've got stuff locked up here. Potentially this claw, maybe? Like an iron horseshoe potential thing. I know it's not a horseshoe, but it's in that U shape. Bat, an owl, plant, another rune. Loki, Caddy, we can pet again. Alright, let's see what this is. Color and composition. Yellowy brown to yellowy white. Smooth, but with hard ridges. Smooth. Nothing to remark in terms of sound. And it gives a sense of power. That looks like a claw. So I feel like that might be the case. Because this one's not simple. Because it said it didn't have any embellishment. So this feels like it could be correct. Is that right? Yeah, it's a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. On closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. Thank you for that hydrate, Cleary. I appreciate you. I know I'm sorry if I'm a little late to it. Perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Are we able to label them like we did last time? A Selenic totem. These carved totems were commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Interesting. Okay, so that's another entry that we have. You can add labels to items while inspecting them using right-click. Okay. Oops. Oops. I don't know why that took me that long. Okay. I don't think there's gonna be any specific thing to coloring like the last time. Red will say for scary things. We'll do green, and this was a huntsman's boon. Oh, we can change the shapes? That's cool as hell. And an icon? There's so many choices. Oh my god. Okay. What do we need the icons for? Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do an icon yet. Like, are they just for shiggles? Sure. I wonder if these are actual runes. I'm not crazy familiar with a lot of runes. Like, there's I know what a like protection rune looks like. That's about it. Oh my god, is there even more? Oh my god. Oh, there's so many. This is a protection rune, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh my god. Is there even another page? Jesus. Okay. I heard banging and I was making sure it wasn't one of the cats getting into something. There's truly so much stuff. Yeah, okay, I'll just leave that be. There's too many decisions to make here. Okay, cool. So yeah, so now I know that's a huntsman spoon. That's nice that it, like, enhances, makes it easier for me to know what it is later. Jack Hungerford. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. A shadow hold, you say? Shadow hold. A shadow catcher design. A shadow hold or oshadic vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or a bottle or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an oshadic spirit, the manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They're decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. Okay, so we're looking for this symbol then. So this guy? Nothing to remark about color and composition. Hard. So the cork is spongy and then hardened, somewhat rough. Its markings have been carved into it. It's pungent. And then nothing to say there. I'm pretty sure this is it. Oh, wait. Or is it this? But no, because it has to be, it's a vessel, like a bottle. So it'd be this guy. Yeah. The item is a container of some kind, and the design on the bottle is the same as the sketch. I like that it gives you the 2 clues that would have helped you find it. I think that's a fun breakdown. The Sun Bond. A new entry for our book. A sun bond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, and made of non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Okay. I'm still so nervous that you guys can't hear game well. I feel like just because of how everything else has gone today with it just is feeling like a Monday. I'm like, oh no. All right, let me label that one before I forget. I already forgot. What the heck were you called? A shadow hold. Shadow hold. I truly do not know what to do with these runes. I think that's the sun. Which would combat a shadow, so sure. Works for my brain. Okay, I wonder if this is our little scale for if we get things wrong. If that's the scale for, like, whenever we start going into, like, bad territory and have to, like, fix ourselves. David Schaefer, you're still here! David, you were my favorite last time. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Thanks, David. Appreciate you. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry of the Shin from Charlie Weathers. Fascinating. Next. Stanley Hume. I want an Ossic ring. Oh, Jesus. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. I don't like that you're speaking snake-like. That makes me uncomfortable. It must be a lizard person. Yeah, who knows? I don't trust it. These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Fortune. I'm going to go with Fortune. But the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Fortune's unearthly hiss when they hold an Ossic ring up to their ear. Fascinating. Okay. Okay, so it's a ring and you can hear the hiss. So this is a ring. I was expecting it to smell worse than it does. Oh, is that the whole hand? Okay, whoops. A ring. I don't have anything that... Oh, wait, is this it? I have nothing to remark. Okay, so maybe not that then. Nothing to remark. I'm gonna check the sounds of things first. Oh, wait, does it mean ring as in like circle? Not necessarily soft sound like a serpent's whisper emanates from within. Okay, so we did talk about that one. So it's a ring as in not jewelry. Identified. Made of bone, this item satisfies this item satisfies the description macabre. Closer inspection confirms that a hissing noise can indeed be heard. An evocant. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. They are placed on the chest of those in coma to draw them out. Well, that's cool. Right, what were you called? An Ossic ring. Back, please. An Ossic ring. Yeah, sure, that's a fine color. There's one that looks like a snake. Black snake. This one kind of looks like a snake. Snake. Severus. Do any of you like snakes? Not really. I'm gonna go with this one. Because I feel like it. Yay! That one's labeled now. Betty. Yeah. Alright, cool. Edmund Bishop. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing, to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into, and they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there that I'd like to know what. A voice of Cernunnos might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. Okay, if you say so, my guy. A voice of Cernunnos. The name of Voice of Cernunnos is used to refer to any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Oh, he's a forest god. Oh, yeah. That's really cool. Wearing his torque. Oh wait, is that the necklace piece? Might be that. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with antlers of a stag and often wearing or holding a torque. Fascinating. I didn't read anything about what the door... Okay, certain skilled imbued can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Okay, it doesn't really give me a whole lot, but I think it's this. This thing. Bronze. Uneven texture. Nothing to remark about sound and nothing to remark about inner perception. I feel like this is it. Yeah. I didn't know that from the game. Didn't mean to spoil it. Just know that from reading. That's a legit. That's really cool. I thought it sounded vaguely familiar. But that's really cool if it's based off of like legit mythology. Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to look that up. All right, so this made of bronze and a similar looking item appears around the neck of Cernonos in the sketch. Perfect. Book content discovered. Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into the world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear is nothing more than superstition. It's not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps. A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Okay, what were you called? I'm freaking terrible with remembering how, like, what things are named. No. There was no spoil there. You are A-okay, Rosalind. Do not worry at all about that. I think you were like 2 seconds ahead of me reading Pagan God, so you're fine. Alright, Voice of Cernonos. Go back. Voice of Cernonos? I hope I spelled that right. I think there was one that looked like antlers. Antlers. I'm gonna take too much time just picking frickin' symbols. That one kind of looks like a ram's head. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Isn't this Taurus? Or like one of the planets or something? I'm so bad with symbols. It's like I recognize them as like, I've seen that before. And he's nature, so we're gonna do green, and then we're gonna do that one. Because why not? Perfect. Pet Dikiti, and then we end the day. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Backbarrow. Is that the guy that owns the store? Do we think it's Eli? What's that? Do I need to click it? I was fine. I'm so glad this is like kind of on rails. These like manacles? Oh, yeah. Huh. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Wait, do we have a map? I don't think we have a map. Oh, I've got a magnifying glass, though. Okay, the ornithologist, Edmund Bishop, the 14th Lord of Gleeston Castle, is a man of wealth and privilege like the 13 before him. He is a man who would be easy to despise, as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he was a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cumbria, but his real passion is birds. His students learned to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species or by quizzing the professor on increasingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. It's fun. I'm gonna try and keep up with the bios on people. I like that it gives you like the little like exclamation point to be like, hey, you've got a new one. What does this mean? What do you want from me? Okay. Yeah, I don't see like any exploration type things Oh, wait, what that? On thaumic fields, all thaumic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thaumatic lens. And then a diurnic field pattern. These fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. I'm late to the game, Cleary. I haven't made a list yet. You can use shift to bring up the magnifying glass. Okay. Sweet. Love that. What are you? Do you go there? Or do you go there? You match that one. So you could go anywhere. So is there another D? Oh, there is here. But I don't think that matters. Because it doesn't seem like there's a pattern. Is there a pattern? I can't tell. D, triangle D. I don't know. We're gonna leave that be for a moment. You guys are so funny. A reminder, I stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door from Eli. Okay. And then our door over here. Ooh, a compass. We can explore. I'm so excited. And there's our map. Oh, fascinating. Okay, so our map this time is way smaller. So it's just Undermere versus Strange Horticulture, where it was like the whole space. You're watching your show. But this is cool. I think I like this a lot better. Not in like the other way was bad. The other way was overwhelming. So this is nice. Where are we? Okay, so Strange Horticulture is over here. So that's that shop. That's where we were during the last one. And Strange Antiquities is 29. So Strange Antiquities is here. So they're like across town from each other. That's really cool. Big fan of that. Okay, so then we could potentially do northwest to the first building he came to and prisoners. So we'll look for a jail of some kind here. What was this? What this? And what this? Can I put these up here? Yes, I can. Go. I'm going to move all my animals here. All my amulets are going to be like kind of together. Ooh. Amulet. Ones that I've identified will go farther to the left. That's really fun that things swing. Like as you click through them. It's so cool. Okay, so that's going to go there. And then this amulet is going to go here. And this one here. Okay, amulets are all together.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
I'm ashamed to say that scared me. I jumped and like looked around like, what's happening? Oh my goodness. I was so locked in being like, what do I need to organize next? So these runes can go next to each other. The creepy hands can go next to each other. That's a vessel. Okay. That's kind of a rune, so we'll put you over here. And then you... Sure. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay, let's see if we can find out where this is pointing to. An escaped prisoner ran northwest and hid in the first building he came to. Okay, so is there... The old jail is 10. Greywick Farm, Strange Horticulture, The Barrows, High Green Church, Wainwright Hospital, Heathwood, Lockhouse, the Boatyard, Stockside Rock, the Old Jail, so potentially 10, Museum of History, the Spoken Word, Keystone Manor, Market Square, the Twinnings, Town Hall, the Blacksmith's Guild, the Covenant, Undermere Station, the Pit, Mossy Wood, Galfrey's Tower, the Mary Bell, the Bleak Stones, Colgreth Hall, Wordsworth Library, Jacob's Folly, Undermere Church, Strange Antiquities, Royston's Farm, the Quarry Yard, and the Eye. Perfect. So it's definitely the old jail, which is number 10. And then he ran northwest. Yes. I'm terrible with directions, so I had to double check. So if he goes northwest and hides in the first building he comes across. Is that number 1? Yeah. Yeah, they do. I upgraded all of my, I say upgraded, I redesigned all of my overlays. So we got these, and then, hold on, I'm sidetracked, hold on. And then these are different. So they're like little moons. And then they look, hold on, it's basically, hold on, you should still be able to hear me, but it's like all of this in the background. So it's the moons and all of that jazz. But yeah. Thank you. I'm very happy with them because I liked the other ones, but I feel like the darker purple feels a little more like subdued in a good way and not as quite as cartoony. So I'm very happy with how they came out, but I was rushing to finish putting them together. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, so hopefully everything works correctly because they were giving me a little bit of issues, but I think it's going to be okay. But yeah, thanks for noticing. I know it's similar-ish. Same kind of vibes. Yeah, I like the darker. I think it's nice. And I like the circle frame too. Although you can't quite see the kitty cat quite as much, so I may change that around a little bit. What a layer is it back over there for us today? What was I doing? Yes. All right, escape prisoner ran northwest. So if he's here and he goes northwest and it comes across the first building, it would, number 1, it would be this building, but that building's not labeled. So part of me feels like it's the Greywick farm. Whoops, I need that out, please. I'll put you down here. But it's like northwest is also, well, the Barrows isn't a building. But like the Strange Horticulture is kind of a building too. I mean, it is a building, but like kind of in the northwest. But am I able to, let me see what I can explore. Ah, I can explore everything. So if he's in the old jail and he runs northwest, then he would go here. It helps to investigate everything and have the details. Friday. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all, when suddenly and unexpectedly, I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. Oh. The claw. Yikes. Okay, well, you're gonna go over here with the hands. Feel like it's weird that I have a hand category, but here we are. I'm gonna move this stuff down because I have a suspicion that I may get more hands. Look, wow. It's one of my favorite stims. I love that one. I paid to geek again. Okay, so we've got that. That was kind of the new thing today. I keep like wanting to just put my other hand just like leaning on it and only use my mouse because that's what the last game was, but I can actually interact with this one. Okay, so we've got the fields, but I don't think I really have anything that matters with that right now. And then stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. Shoot, where were we? Here? Royston Farm, okay. The proprietor, a Miss Cranmore, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take a lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me, but I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. Oh, unnaturals, you say? Mm-hmm. Okay, we've got more medallions. More of those. I feel like you make sense over here too. We're gonna put you guys here. I'm going to attempt to stay as organized as I can. And then you are a bottle, so you're down here. And then we'll put the plant there. Get it out of the way. What were you? I don't remember what you said. Covered papers in the desk drawer at the boatyard last night, so we do want to go to the boatyard. Are we able to explore as much as we want? Because that's kind of freaking awesome. The boatyard. Number 8. Yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timber covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all of this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. You must be from Strange Antiquities, he says with a smile. He takes me to the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water and a thin of window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of browned papers out of a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. Papers. Sleep vessel. No. Okay. Well, we'll read those when it comes time to find them, I guess. Ooh, another statue. I'm glad I moved those to the bigger shelf. There we go. Who's next? Verona! Hi! Welcome in. Oh, well, that's just perfect. Undermere fizzing with fear over these ravens and the thaumaturgist left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear. That was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of bed on the wrong side. Girl. Same. These ravens have got under my skin as well. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him the next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Does that mean I get to book? I like books. What's this? Somatic disciplines. I almost said disciples. I was like, that's not right. There are 3 branches of thaumaturgy. Each of these splits into 2 disciplines representing by the following symbols. Celestial, diurnal, and individual. So celestial splits into Selenic of the moon and Dradic of the earth. Diurnal splits into Diurnic of the day, Noctic of the night. Individual is Mentic or Wixic, so of the mind or of the body. We have what are symbols? Okay, calm, confusion, death, life, paralysis, poison, truth, strength, protection. I was wrong on protection, or at least for this specific rune set. Foresight, fear, deception, fortune, hypnosis, insanity, weakness, and wisdom. Earth, air, fire, water, light and dark. Ashes, oil, soap, tallow, urine, verdigris, vinegar, and wax. The mundane elements, antimony, arsenic, bismuth, magnesium, phosphorus, platinum, potassium, zinc. Planetary metals are copper, Venus, gold, the sun, iron, Mars, lead, Saturn, quicksilver is Mercury, silver is the moon, and tin is Jupiter. Those ravens are getting a lot of shit for just acting like ravens. Yep. The joys of when you're like a little bit spiritual or superstitious and you're just like... We've got autumn, spring, summer, and winter. Fog, hail, lightning, rain, snow, storm, thunder, wind, cold, frost, heat, ice, blessings, horned god. Okay. I wonder, I can't remember, but I may have chosen one similar to that for the Cernunos. Rebirth, spirituality, triple goddess, which is not which sign. I knew these because this is Hecate. Okay, cool. So before I get too far ahead, I'm going to double check what I currently have and just see if the symbols make sense for those. So that the Ossic ring, I have like the sweepy thingy. Ossic ring. Can hear the serpent. I actually don't know if there's going to be like specific things that they need to be. I wonder if that's going to be like part of the like, oh, you've completed it because you've gotten it labeled correctly. So let me see what that was. It's the one that looked the most like a snake to me. Or it's not in the book. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look like it's in here. Which is also fine. Oh no, there it is. It's thunder. Interesting. Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter then. Oh yeah, can I put these up there? Yeah. Organization. Hell yeah. Tess Sherwood. Hi. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. A horned shackle. Horned shackle. Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as a pendant, but are more commonly used as totems of some kind. An example of an elaborate horned shackle. Okay, so we're looking for something that could be worn. So probably this bad boy. It's made of bronze. It's smooth, and the horns are rigid. Nothing to remark on scent and sound. Strong sense of being watched. Oh, okay, maybe it's not that. What about this guy? Brown fabric of some sort, bone yellowed white, a cheap metal of some kind, probably pewter. Engraved detailing, a rough fabric, hard and somewhat rough. Hard and cool. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Ugh, okay. Like, this makes sense because if it's horned. Wait, let me try that again. A goose clip. What color would you like, Cleary? I've got green, I've got blue, I've got purple, I've got orange, and pink. My yellow one broke. Green. Cool. Thank you so much for redeeming the goose clip. I think they said it could be totems as well. So let me look at these guys. He's made of wood. Great. Rough and pitted. Nothing to remark on scent and sound. Nothing to remark there. Okay. What about you? Nothing to remark. Textured. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Great. Okay. I'm gonna look in the book one more time. Bestowing the abilities to overcome personal demons. The horns are rubbed, so the horns themselves are going to be different, it looks like. Because they can be smooth over the years, worn as pendants, but more commonly used as totems of some kind. Right, let me see. I feel like it may still be this guy. Should probably figure out how to unlock this at some point in the near future as well. You bitty. Oh, wait. What? I forgot this guy was down here. Okay, hold on. I thought at first it was bone, but it is in fact clay, painted to look like bone. A dark blue-green gemstone. Okay, hard and somewhat rough. Cool and smooth. Nothing to remark there. Fills with a sense of foreboding. Well, that doesn't help me. Oh, God. Oh, I feel like this might be one where we accidentally give her the wrong thing at first. Can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly used as totems of some kind. All right, well, this thing I feel like is way too big to be worn as a pendant, so I think we're looking at these. And this is the only thing that I've really got that's got horns, so we're going for it. Shit. That's embarrassing. Should slow down and think this through more carefully. Sure. Great. Okay. What are you? Stone, and it appears to be a fossilized creature of some sort. Okay, that doesn't make sense. So we know what you are. That's the only thing that's really like a horned situation, though. Are your horns any different? Oh, I didn't check the horns. Okay, it's this guy. Gonna lurk mode, gonna hop on Night of Ford. Amazing. Shoot all the people for me. That's a weird sentence out of context. Have fun, Clary. Thank you for the lurk. Alright, it should be this guy. There we go. Alright, the item has horns. Closer inspection reveals that the horns have been worn smooth. Okay. And then a vestiger. Yeah. Nobody suspects it. So it's like even more impactful. A vestiger can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. So does that mean, like, if I hold them next to the candles, they're going to burn different colors? That's cool as hell. I'm excited to see that. David is back. At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. My mail. What's this? Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm, and it's yours. For the right price, of course. Boo, John. Why don't you just give me things? Where's the farm? Number 1. The scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to his work. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. Are there multiple farms? Oh, that makes sense. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the items he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Ooh. Okay, another. I'm gonna need more space. Oh, I need to mark that. Shoot, what were you called? Horned shackle. Horned shackle. Sure. I don't know what to do with these. Duh. Sure. Like, I feel like it's a lot to go back and forth to the book. Okay, so I don't need you anymore. You archive. You done? You archive as well. Yeah, you're both done. Cool. E.T. Julia Braddock. She's new. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark, on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later, and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. Thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. A moon heart, you say? That sounds cool as hell. Moon... How does the alphabet work? Let me see. Wait a second. Moon heart. I don't see heart. Moon heart. Moon heart. A selenic totem. That is a really freaking cool feature. I love that index. That just made that way easier than I thought it was about to be. Okay, Selenic totems. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly and recall that same feeling. Okay, I remember this now. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Okay, so crescent shapes associated with Selenic and Noctic. So the moon and night. Okay. Okay. Crescent shapes. Let me double check, because this could be it. I'm going to double check that symbol, the double, like, diamond situation. Protection? Yeah. Okay, so probably pewter, bone yellow, brown fabric. Nothing to remark. Okay, could be this. It's got that crescent moon. And it's got a sigil for protection. What about you? gold, stone, warm, hard and cool, engraved detailing. I don't remember if this was a symbol in the book, but I'll have to double check. Nothing to remark here, nothing to remark here. Okay, let me double check the book. Imbuements. Wait, Noctic, go back. And Selenic. I don't think either of those was technically... Oh, what did it look like? Oh. My freaking short-term memory sucks, dude. Okay. Okay, alright. That's what I'm looking for. 4 swoopies that make a rhombus. 4 swoopies. No swoopies? No swoopies, okay. Okay, so I may end up continuing to look then. So I don't think... Yeah, so it would be similar to this one or this one. I don't really see that out of this one. Okay, so what else has crescent moon vibes? And was it specifically... Is a totem. Okay, so something here. Okay. There's a carved totem. Which I guess could also technically be... Would it be a pendant? Oh, wait. Hold on. So it's got the moon. Wood, you, I suspect, white paint. Rough and gnarled. Nothing to remark there, nothing to remark there. The carved totem. Okay, so potentially... What are you? Orange gemstone, gold, pinkish gemstone. This feels too intricate. I don't think it's that. I'm gonna bring this way because I feel like that might be... maybe? But like this is the crescent moon. Ugh. What is this symbol? That doesn't really give moon, but... It's swirly at the top. With a T and a circle dot at the bottom. Swoopy T, circle dot. No swoopy T, circle dot? Guess not. Okay. Fascinating. Okay. Not that. Got it. Oh, God. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I kind of took a gamble on that one. What was the ram head looking thing? What was that? Insanity. Okay, that's not at all what we want here. Oh, God. Okay. I am the nervous now that I am not going to get this correct. So this is protection. That kind of has crescent moon imagery. This has a moon on it. What is that? What does that rune mean? It's a square with an X and lots of lines. What does that one mean? Square, an X. It's a witch's sign. Carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with sentiment or feelings such as love and joy, then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or night. Okay. So the form itself will have a connection to either the moon or night. Oh, was there an owl? Was there an owl? He's got a crescent moon. Polished. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Light colored wood. That doesn't really give me anything because it doesn't call out the crescent moon or anything like that. I still feel like it's this one or this one. This has a moon and a witch's symbol on it. So it wasn't this one. I might get us into trouble here. Shit. We're about to be in the insanity danger zone, guys. Oh, God. Okay. May have to do... The shape itself may have to do with the night or the moon. The night or the moon? I mean, a bat is night, but that... Black gemstone, iron... It's cool to the touch. Every sound has become both louder and clearer. That doesn't... Yeah, okay, so that doesn't help. The moon or night? Oh god, this might make us go insane. Shit. Okay, well now we get to see what happens when we go insane. Deep fear has taken root. I must break the hold it has over me. Uh-huh. What do you want me to do? I'm rolling. Click a segment of the seal and bank the dice to break it. Okay, so I'm gonna bank that. Oh god. Okay. Bank that. What does this mean? Click a die to lock or unlock it. Why do I want to, but I don't want to lock that because none of that helps me. I need 2 stars and a keycat. Roll. Okay, so I'm going to lock the cat. It's like Yahtzee. No, Jupiter. Oh god, thank you, Jupiter. It's like, Kitty, no! Okay, so I still need 2 stars. So the cat's locked. Come on. Stars? Uh-oh. Stars, please. Do I even have stars? Oh, I can use the sun. The stars like wild cards? Okay, weird. I guess there weren't stars actually on the die. Okay. Yep, I know. Yep, okay. Maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. Okay. Do we need to go find one? Because it was, a Slenic totem. Oy. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment of or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall that same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Slenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Okay. What are you? Pearlescent blue glass. An iron. Cool and smooth, surprisingly warm. Nothing to remark, and nothing to remark. What about you? Stone and a dark wood. You, perhaps. Cool and smooth, rough and gnarled. Nothing. And don't like how it makes you feel. Okay, so let's not give that to Grandma. Got it. Nothing to remark. Textured, pointy. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay, so that gives us nothing on that one. Okay, well, let's start here. Bronze, wood, orange gemstone, gold. This just doesn't feel moonish. Feels very sun-like. Suns are muffled in its presence. Nothing to remark. There's a darkness to it. Okay, I don't need something with untold fears inside. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Cool and smooth. Intricate detailing. Green marble. No. You didn't really have anything moon related. Bronze. Raised detailing. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. I wonder if I just don't have something yet. I need to go explore. It's very possible. Tarnished silver. Raised detailing. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Heart feels lighter. Raised detailing. Nothing to remark. And heart feels lighter. And it's bronze. Heart feels lighter is not bad, but this doesn't give moon. Okay, we know it's not you. I don't think it was the bat. What about you? Wood, dark green gemstone, and bronze. Polished, rough, cool, and smooth. Nothing to remark in terms of perception or scent and sound. Okay, let me double check and make sure there's nowhere else that I need to go exploring. She lives out on Clanbrook. Shared paths on Princess Street. Just for sheer curiosity. This is Princess Street. There's the library. I don't want to just go willy-nilly to places. That doesn't feel correct. Whoops. Ooh. You can turn automatic labeling on. Interesting. Okay, so simplified text. We'll turn that off just in case somebody doesn't like them. I'm going to turn automatic labeling on. And if I find I miss it, I will come back and turn it off. Okay, we've done that, so that can get put away. I need to go up. I don't know what else it could be, because it wasn't this. This had the insanity symbol on it, so that didn't feel right. What looks like the moon? I mean, like, this has... The owl has to do with night. Is it the owl? Are you, seriously? Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's a carved totem. The owl is associated with the night. It bears a concealed crescent shape, and using the closer inspection tool tells me it imparts a feeling of joy. What do you mean using the closer inspection tool tells you that? I didn't see it tell me that. Holgen Grim? Is that an H? Yeah. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, Path of the Warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay, Selenic Totem. So totems go over here. Okay, I must have just not frickin' checked it like a silly goose. What the heck? Okay, who's next? Oh wait, we can read about somebody. Hold on. The occultist scholar Verona Green. Verona has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She's respected and feared, which she revels in, and she's revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic Flame and the Woken Dendru are two such events that spring to mind. She's of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle so insurmountable, that it can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. Daisy Winters, a friend of mine, or former friend, I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that'll teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? Ooh, okay, I will need to make a choice here. There are no wrong answers, but my decision will no doubt affect the events in motion outside of my shop. Ooh, okay. So we have the choice of vindictive. I love it. So we can do a binding seed or Zaya. What are those? Okay, so binding seed. These items are made of 2 distinct materials representing the mentic and the wixic, the mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. A binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. The Yew Labyrinth at Castle Morgan, a larger-than-life binding seed. Interesting. Or a Zaya. Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zayas are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Ooh. Ooh. The second one is definitely meaner. I feel like amplifying the guilt with the binding seed is fine. The Zaya makes me wonder if that's going to cause a lot more, like, dominoes to fall later. So we're going to try and find a binding seed. So it's 2 distinct materials representing the mentic and the wixic, the mind and the body. It's described by a spiral encompassing the body and the seed. So something with a spiral and two different materials. But it's a pendant. Darkness to it. Okay, that's not helpful. So this is a spiral. I don't like how this makes me feel. Okay. Stone and dark wood. So 2 completely different materials. Cool and smooth, rough and gnarled. Nothing to remark there, and I don't like how it makes me feel. This makes sense. It's 2 completely different materials. It's got a spiral. We're gonna go with that for the binding seed. We accidentally guessed correctly, but it's the Zaya instead of the binding seed. Somehow get them completely backwards. Okay, so the item's made of 2 materials, wood and stone, and then features a spiral surrounding a seed. Sweet. Shield charm. Generic charms of protection have little to offer the skilled thaumaturge, but can have small effects. A Noshatic spirit or wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. Okay. I think I like the auto labeling. Like, it's fun, but there's too many decisions to have to make for my liking. They found a man just now in that house where all of them ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen it, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that were going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a Libula to see us safely through. Gotta go, might be back later. If not, hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for being here, Rosalind. I appreciate it so much. And also, if I don't see you, I hope you have a great night as well. And I'll hopefully chat with you some throughout the week, but I hope you have a wonderful night. Okay, a Libula. What is a Libula? Whoopsies. Try that again. Libula. Libulae are purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that a libula is not merely decorative. There is power in symbology, as well as old thaumaturges know well. So we need wisdom, the symbol for wisdom. So let's go into this boot. Wisdom, this guy. So, like envelope looking thingy. Do I have something that looks like that right now? Not you, definitely not you. This guy. Nothing to remark on inner perception. Nothing to remark on sense sound. Raised detailing. That is the wisdom. Yeah, okay. I think we gotta go this. Yes. Perfect. Olibila. The item bears a symbol of wisdom. Sweet. So then we unlocked the book entry for Witch's Finger. Witch's fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. Ugh. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body, a most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. Yeah. It's the end of our day. I'm gonna pet the key cat. I don't think we had anywhere else to explore today, so I'm okay with calling it a day. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head where he had sliced himself with a diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. Uh-oh. I like this. This is fun. Ooh. Is that a... Oh, that's a... like a building block on the map. Ooh, fascinating. Okay, open the map. Give me my card. Map. Card. Okay. So we're looking for a block of buildings that looks like this. Hmm. Let me just start in one corner. Not these, not these. Nope. This looks like too many. Those don't look like they're detailed enough. Mm-hmm. One of them's got like a hook in the building. It's not that one. Is it this? No, no, it's not that. Can I? Yes, I can. Oh, Lord. This is going to take me a hot second. That one does not make sense. Right there on Princess Street. I don't think I can rotate that hard. So it's got a longer building with like a corner taken out of it. This one? Yes, it is that one. Yeah, this chunk right here on Princess Street. Because it's got the single, the little L. Oh, no, it's not. Hold on. Let me look at that again. It's got a little piece of the chunk taken out. I'm pointing with my own hand, so you guys can't see what I'm pointing at, but like if you cut off the building closest to us, it's got the tiny little L, the bit that with the chunk taken off. It's got the little like kachuga out of the right side of the center of that next building. And then a little L. And then a big L with, and the, yeah. Okay. So we need to go exploring and we need to go here. Oh boy, that one was rough. There's a narrow gap between the two houses and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly, I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long-hidden treasures. Things. It's like another pendant. And you're gonna go there. And you are gonna go up here. Yay! Hey buddy, hi Jupiter. Such a cute little baby. A new person. You've got scars. Francesca Robertson. Good afternoon. No, morning. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm Francesca Robertson, a doctor of sorts. I assume you heard about Mr. Hungerford. He seems to be the talk of the town already. I'm used to dealing with maladies of an occult nature, but black eyes are certainly unusual. I've heard of something like this before, but I don't see how it could be the same thing. Either way, I'm hopeful an evocant will have some effect. That was the thing that had to weigh a certain amount, if I'm remembering correctly. Evocant. Stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items nevertheless important and should stray no more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. They are placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Okay, so stone items and weigh a pound. Okay, so we can move this, go this way. We want 1 pound. Okay. That doesn't feel right. Oh, no, come back. No, come back. No, my rock. Oh, that's really close. No, you get out of there. That's definitely not it. Definitely not it. Oh, up there. Nope. I don't know if you're not stone. Okay, let's inspect you a little closer. Red paint or perhaps blood. And then stone. Hard and cool. Nothing remarkable. Nothing remarkable. Okay. Okay, so we know it's stone. This feels right because it was the one that was... Is it stone? Yes, perfect. And then the one that was closest in weight to a single pound. So item made of stone, weighing the item using the scale shows it exactly 1 pound. Amazing. Daedalus link? Or Daedalus? I'm gonna go with Daedalus. A Daedalus link is a powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. The field is extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent not to take risks. These items are surprisingly light in weight. Their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight, a feather, or the wings of a bird or insects, for example. Wait, there was paper behind that. Hold on, let me check that here. You should have... Yeah, we'll put you back. You there. I'm going to reorganize again real quick so that everything that has been labeled is all together on the left-hand side. Perfect. Okay, let me go here. I had more pages. Where did everything go? Where's my papers? Those are archived. Let's read about her real quick. The doctor, Francesca Robertson. Growing up, Francesca's father was her hero. When he died suddenly and tragically in the mysterious incident, nobody seemed able or willing to give her the answer she demanded, and she grew tired of being fed the same stories that she knew could not be true. As she entered adulthood, she learned how to find things out for herself, and what she learned opened her mind to a world that she hadn't known existed. A world of occult maladies and dark articles. She learned about Tormund's paralysis, Hobbs' fear, and the Sapphire Curse, and she learned that all these maladies could be cured. Okay. Where's my papers? I know there was a paper. There was a drawing behind that spot in the book, or was it just... What was it called? What did we just get? Oh my god. This one. Okay, so this is what I saw behind it. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Temperance Parker. I had quite a chat with Edmund Bishop and the Guilty Ram last night. He's always got an interesting story to tell, but last night was different. I can tell he's worried, which has got me worried too. I know it's not much, but I'd like a shield charm all the same. You got it. Shield charm. Generic charms of protection have little to offer the skilled thaumaturge and can have a small effect. An Oshotic spirit or wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component to thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though very rarely precious metals, which is this guy, who is made from pewter and has a protection rune. I'm going to double check that that's the protection rune, though. Yes, perfect. Okay. There you go. Yeah. We got an achievement for identifying 10 objects. This pendant is the symbol of protection. St. John's Anvil. Would these items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name? A fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however, whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. We've had something that has dampened sound. They can even be turned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to still be heard. One of these things did dampen sounds. I don't remember which one it was, but we did have one that did that. Hugh Langston. Why do you look like Zac Efron? There's something about the way he walked up. He looked like Zac Efron. There's something I wanted to show you. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? It was hanging behind an old shed, all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map for you. There. Why, thank you. I would like to look at this and these. Okay. So, little lake and a church, perhaps? Where's the church? Church. Undermere Church. 28. There's 28. Bless you. Church? Trees? Pond? Building? Yes, so over here. We're gonna go here. The shed is actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond, but it's clear that it hasn't been used in some time. Thick brambles claw their way up and over one side of the structure, and ivy covers the rest in a mottled green cloak. I find what I'm looking for near the rear. Parts of the ivy have been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye as I reach for it, and I notice that there's another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. Ooh. Pretty. 1 and a 2. Okay, and then you're gonna go here because you've been identified, and then you'll go there. Haha, yes. Do better. Hi. Verona, welcome back. Eli's picked a bad time to leave Undermere. I've come from the Hungerford house where I've been helping Dr. Robertson and looking for any clues about what happened there. There wasn't much to go on. I did find shattered Oshatic vessel, or whatever did this was no creeping dark. There was a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of, and the ravens. Very unusual, but at least they seem to have dispersed. I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to take a trip to Gleeston Castle to see if Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behavior. But first, I would like a vestiger. Whatever this is, we don't want it spreading. You got it. A vestiger. Can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their essence. You got it. Nope. 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 Hope this is actually what's gonna work. This one? This one? This one? What about these? The eyeball? The blue? These? What about these? And these? Nope. What about these? Oh. 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 Okay, double checking. Yeah. Here you go. That was fun. I like that one. Using a candle, I'm able to confirm that flames burn blue in its presence. Was I able to pick up the candle? I think I just made that way harder on myself than it needed to be. Moonstone Guardian. For the banishment of Hobbs' fear and Noctic sight, these tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Oh, you little shit. Yep. Okay. Well, that would have narrowed it down at least. Okay. Now I know I can move the candle. Bet you put her again. Okay. End of day. 2 days earlier, the writer and his fellow adventurer were deep underground, exploring the tunnel below the Kirkhead Tower, when they made a discovery. Their elation at their find would soon turn to horror. Brr, 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 brr. Ooh, a key? Oh god. It's fun. After a disagreement between two houses, I was buried behind lock and key. Interesting. Okay, after a disagreement between two houses, buried behind lock and key. I swear there was something lock, or lock something. Lock house. With number 7. Over here. And then Keystone Manor is 13, so it's buried here. Behind both of them. A large flat slab of granite marks the otherwise empty field. It bears an inscription. On this spot in the year 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horse of Wellington Lock. Buried at the foot of the slab, I found an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents as well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. Do I get the gun? Oh, that's really pretty. I like this one. Hopefully it's something good and not terrifyingly evil. That's really pretty. I like that one a lot. Hi, Jupiter. Hi, buddy. Eli White? Well, the shop's still standing. It sure is. That's something. Say what you will about Undermere, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave for a few days and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and curses. I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. I can always rely on Quiet Susan to unearth the interesting trinket or two. Quiet Susan. Ooh, that's pretty too. I would absolutely get cursed by things. If it was pretty, I'd be like, ooh. And that would be my end. Who's next? Edith Moore. I'm not a good person. I'm pushing away the only people I care about. Help me do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? I remember something about inner demons, but let's look at her handy dandy index. Horn shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. Yes. Yes. And used to rub the horn. Perfect. So we know what that one is. That one was this bad boy. There you go. Enjoy. Sweet. Scooting back over. I feel like I have to pet him before I ring the bell so I don't scare him awake. Francesca, hello. The Vicant didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately. It's strange. At times he appears almost awake, but he's deep in some kind of trance, and I can't get anything out of him. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not willing to give up so easily. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel to get me through this week. Sleep vessel? This one. The 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 thematic disciplines: Selenet, Dradic, Noctic, Diurnic, Wixic, and Mintic. They help people stay awake beyond any natural limits by storing their fatigue. Over time, in repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. Oh. Okay, so the 6 points of the sleep vessel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, there's a darkness to it as if it holds untold fears inside. Okay, so that could be nightmares. Somewhat painful. Interesting. And bronze. Okay. Very possible. I don't think anything else had 6 points to it. Oh, wait, this does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what about you? Bronze. Sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. Nothing to remark there. It's cold and smooth. And it's bronze. Okay, so this is protection, and then that's insanity. But this saying sense of crackling energy makes sense if it's staving off fatigue. I don't know why you guys thought it was that one. Like, what the heck? This one? Yeah, okay. The energy on the other one. It must mean, like, staticky energy, not like I've got the energy to do stuff. Alright, so it has 6 points, and it reveals the darkness inside, so the nightmare is being stored in it. That makes sense. Resonance compass. A resonance compass will point toward nearby resonant objects, the only objects that can be detected this way. Resonant objects are highly prized, both by thaumaturges and those who collect occult curiosities. Debate. I don't think I have anywhere else to explore yet. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Althea O'Shea. Many years ago, I owned a silent breath, but it was already old when I inherited it, and its power died soon after. About time I replaced it. Okay, what is a silent breath? Should be this way? Okay, somehow clicked past it. Okay. White stag, guardian of the forest. So there are those that consider the white hart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. A silent breath contains a small token from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. Okay, so small token taken from a living white stag. Interesting. Okay. So potentially this guy? Made from clay? Well, that doesn't make sense because it wouldn't be a token from him. Wait, are the horns different? No, everything's clay. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily make sense then. Token from a white stag. Is that this guy? Made from bronze? No. Sense of being watched. What were you? Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. It's rough. Polished gems. Slate and dark purple gemstones. Okay. That one was like a fossil. Thought it was bone, but it's just clay. Okay. Let me reread this. They consider the white hart a prize to be claimed, but no glory to be had from killing it. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, item will remain. Okay, so it contains a small token, and it's not necessarily a small token. Green porcelain, gold, green porcelain, white feather, pinkish gemstone. Nothing to remark. Smells like rotten egg. Cool, smooth, soft. You're creepy. I don't like this thing at all. Iron, gray metal, flipped with dark red. It's not rust, it's blood. Blah. Okay, do any of you have like a tiny thing included with you or in you. What are you? An orange gemstone and bronze. Gold and silver. Orange, yellow, black, and dark green gemstones, iron and gold. Tarnished silver. Bronze. Orange gemstone, wood, gold. More wood, bronze. Dark green gemstone, wood, bronze. That was made of clay? No, you were made of bronze. Let me see if I've got anything else hiding anywhere. I don't know where that's supposed to go. That doesn't help me right now. This. Where did you come from? I found secrets. Okay, so I've got some... I need to find some kind of like key insert thing that would slot into that. Huh. Okay, are there any other secrets hiding out here that I don't know about? I like secrets. Gotta figure out how to unlock this somehow. What's that? Oh, okay. What's the... Okay, so I don't know what the moon phase is right now. Is it a full moon? What's that do? Does this mean something? Tiny circle line into a big circle, line into a tiny circle? No. Yes, no, yes, no, no. Okay. Weird. Okay, so that slid to give the weights. I feel like I'm like hunting every tiny little corner right now, like, secrets. Give me the secrets. Are these like weighed down things that have protection runes? Okay, so that has a protection rune. I know other things had protection runes. Where did you go? You have protection runes. Any other protection runes here? No. Well, here, let me do it this way. Hold on. I'm gonna look in our book, and I'm gonna see if the index has protection. It does. So we've got the shield charm and the Hogan Grim. Eerie creations are worn by the priest of Holgar. Sacrament to ask for his protection. Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment. Sacrament? What is a sacrament? Eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar. Well, it looks like he's wearing a mask. Okay, that I might not be able to do that yet then. But my thought was to see what was used for protection and then place those here. Because these get weighed down. But I don't know how to open this yet. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 little, like, chickies. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. Offshoots. Sure. And then we've got the moon thing that we can interact with. I don't think these did anything. Okay, we're looking for a silent breath. Let me recap what that was. I just went down a side tangent. Silent breath. Okay, it's the white stag situation. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. What were you? Oh, were you a hare? It seems to make the hair stand up on the back of my neck. It's cold. Silver. A white hair. Glass filled with a blue liquid. Okay, and the hair stand up on the back of your neck, which is like you sensing danger. Yes. The item features a white hair, a potential trophy from the white stag, and on closer inspection, senses come alive. Cool. Perfect. Elva Stone. Elva Stone can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments, such as Braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Interesting. The baby. Rufus Shelley. Okay. I've always wanted to try a Daedalus Link. I have a personal interest in the Celestial Branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. And now I have good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. Okay. Alright, I remember reading that one. I don't remember what they looked like. Producing a levitation field. The field is extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent to not take risks. They're surprisingly light in weight. The designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight, whether it be a feather or wings of a bird or an insect. Okay, so something flight related, and they're very lightweight. Okay. Something flight related. Okay, so how heavy are you? Ooh, very light. Okay. How very light? Very, very light. Okay, good to know. You're heavier. Okay. Yeah, it's like that. Feels like it has to be it. Okay, so Daedalus Link. The bird motif is a connection to flight, and using my weighing scales, I can confirm that it's very lightweight. Sweet. Cussack Purifier. The small topaz gem, known as the Eye, is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley, spirit, or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon, are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there's a limit to the effectiveness of this process. Potentially this bad boy over here. Yeah, baby Jupiter. Edmund Bishop. Hello. The ravens are back, I see. It looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to the Cleaston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you, gathering dust in hidden corners. All I ask is that you stay out of the South Tower in the master bedroom. And run anything you find by me first, of course. Thank you. Okay, so you go down here, and you also come down here. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Mars in winter, rising in summer. North is this away. That goes to the vaults. There's all these different symbols everywhere. Oh, lordy. Okay, so the master bedroom we're supposed to stay out of, and then he said stay out of the... is it the south? Here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Past the main staircase, turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door on the left. There's a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on it that you're welcome to. I never did like it anyways. So here. The plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. Ooh, gemstones and their thematic properties. And we got a moon totem. We love to see it. And a new boot. Yeah. Okay. But I want to go exploring. Oh, come back. Okay, so he said to stay out of the south. Let me actually look back at that conversation before I accidentally go somewhere I don't need to be going. All I ask is you stay out of the south tower and the master bedroom. So that's north, and south is this way. So the south tower? Nope. I would like you to stay open, please. I think this is the south tower. This would be the north. That'd be the east and the west. So we stay out of here. Yeah. It's cool. Let's just go to the conservatory. We'll just kind of work around. Potted plants line edges, wren, Jacob's Worth, and camphor among them. It's peaceful, save for the distant church, but it's time to move on. Ballroom. A long dining table fills a room, more often used for intellectual dinner parties and dancing. Still, it holds a sense of occasion, but there's nothing to find here. Okay, so this is the south tower that we're supposed to stay out of. I must have taken a wrong turn. This isn't where I meant to come. Oh. Oops. This doesn't seem right. Nothing here. Okay, well. I guess I probably shouldn't just go wandering like that just to be safe. What am I doing? This is what I'm doing. End day. The end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rock falls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it, they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. What's this one? Oh. Is that a singular building on the map? Oh, amazing. This is a cutout. Oh, that's going to make my life easier. Okay. Cool. Okay, so don't care about that one right now. I want you. Okay. And can you rotate? I don't think so. So what is just like a vertical building? I don't think there look like there are any. Is it you? No. It doesn't look like I can rotate at all. What building? Like I don't really see any buildings that are just like on a straight vertical like this. Not you. Not you. Maybe it's not a building. Is it a like land chunk? That could be it. Let me click to explore. Oh no, my card. So I'm looking for something that's very up and down. It's mostly a square with a little chunk to the top right. This one? No, that chunk doesn't make sense for this. Yeah, I think it being like the plot makes more sense than it being a singular building. Don't think it's any of you. Or you. You're not quite right because you've got this extra jet out here. Scoot this way, please. You guys like hiding down here at the bottom? You're just a rectangle, so that's not you. What the heck? Can I zoom out of this or no? I don't think I can. I don't think I can zoom. Oh, I can zoom in. I forgot I could do that. I can't zoom out. That is not it. The little chunk is like backwards. Like I don't, part of me is like, well, maybe I don't have everything for this one yet, but like this feels pretty straightforward. That chunk feels backwards too. I mean, I guess the building doesn't have to be straight vertical. It could just be shaped like that. I just assumed I was going to have to overlay something. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't have to overlay it. That little kick out is backwards. Okay, so maybe I am looking for a building then. So a rectangle with a little chunk jutting out on the top right. That's not quite right. That one feels like it's in the bottom left. Little chunk in the top right. I feel like I'm starting to go cross-eyed. There's so many of these that are just so teeny tiny to look at. Not you guys, I don't believe. You've got multiple jut outs. You're not quite right either. One of you down this way? No? I haven't needed anything additional to figure these out so far. So I don't know why that would change now. Is it you? No, you feel too skinny. Maybe it's just like, it doesn't have to be a singular building. Like it could be like a chunk of buildings like this where they form that shape. I was gonna see if anything like lines up. This one's a little trickier than the other one so far. Not in a bad way, but I'm like second guessing it now. But like I also could just be not looking at things correctly, which is very, very possible. Where like I might not be looking at a large enough picture. Like I might be looking at things like way too closely. Okay, Okay, we established you were not little like Kachuk is on the wrong side. Is it this backyard right here? Maybe? Like this right here? We're gonna go there. Ow. Boo. I thought I was onto something with that one. I thought the backyard made sense. I may have to come back to this one, so I'm not sitting here the whole time. Is it you? No, that is... You feel like you're backwards. And I feared that I may just keep... If I keep clicking, I'm gonna have to do the dice thing again. And I don't know if that, like, gets harder as you go. Is that a distinct possibility? Where the more times you do it, the harder it gets. This one doesn't feel correct. But I keep coming back to it. I don't know what to do with this one. Like the last time we had a cutout like this, you like overlapped it, but like I can't rotate this. Oops. And there's not really a whole lot of things that just sit straight vertical like this. And I don't see anything that would match like this shape. Like the circle. Or like any of the filigree on the sides. That just has the explore icon. I'm going to attempt a hint. Ring the bell, calling customer to see if I have any notes that might lead to somewhere interesting. Incredible. Thank you so much for that help. Wonderful. Okay, I may just not have everything right now, which is totally fine. So I think I'm going to circle back to this. Oops. And we'll take a customer. David! Not sure about the fog today. An eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point, and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there's a certain energy about it. Not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. From Thomas Pope and Hamish. Hamish is the little pupper. Okay, so... Yeah, so I want to be in Undermere. A triangle? No, you shit. Ooh, that's a triangle. No, my god. Okay. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that's been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through, and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I'm struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. 3 of them. Oh, man. Okay. Got so many pendants now. Pendant. Pendant. I think I'm gonna need to expand my pendant section. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll put you guys over here. And then we'll drop some of these down here. So they're not too crazy. Hey, Melly. Thank you so much for your daily honk. I appreciate it. I hope you've been having a wonderful day today so far. Yeah, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Gus Foley. It's been many years since I've performed the rite of the red knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford spire. I tried that place in Arnside, and they sent me here. An Orford spire. During the rite of the red knives, an Orford spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. Ugh. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. Okay. So it's got 2 little horny looking things. 2 of them. You think it might be this? 1, 2. Oh, it might be this. Okay, we've got that one potentially, that one potentially. What else looks like it has 2 little... And not really anything over there. I freaking love when you go back and forth and the pendants swing. It's so fun. It's like such a tiny detail that they did not need to add. It's fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days, 9 nights. So to impart vitality and clarity of thought. It doesn't give me a whole lot to work off of. Okay. That's gold and stone. Hard and cool, feels warm with engraved detailing. Nothing to remark, nothing to remark. Okay, you've been identified, so we're gonna move you over here. Was it you? That was a sense of foreboding. Thought it was bone, but it was clay painted to look like bone with a dark blue-green gemstone. What else is vitality? So just the Orford? Alright, so that truly is just this. Oh, goodness. This one really does not give me much to go off of at all. Got a little bit of wiggle room. Shoot. Okay. Trying to think of just ones that look like that. Because it just looked like 2 points coming up out of the blood. An Orford spire, so that makes me think it's something like this. Like some kind of like totemy type situation. It's like a spire is like a tower. But it had 2 points, so we know it's not this one and it's not that one. None of those have 2 points. It doesn't look like there's anything in here. Okay, I fear I may have to figure this out first. Okay, so bear with me as I run down this thought process again, trying to figure out what this is pointing me towards. So it could be pointing me towards a building that's shaped like that, or towards a plot of land that's shaped like that. I tried a couple and they did not work. There aren't a whole lot that are just like that straight square. Can I do another hint? Sketch feels like a good starting point. Item with 2 points sticking up. Yeah, got it. The goat's blood feels like another clue. That would be hard to clean off. Oh, you little... Ah. Iron, gray metal flecked with dark red. It's not rust, but it's blood. Raised detailing. Some flakes off, leaves marks on my fingertip. Nothing remarkable. It has an energy about it. Okay, I think it's the sky. I didn't think about anything having more than just 2 points. I was so hyper focused on just the 2 that I didn't think anything of something having more. Yeah, so the 2 points of the item are visible in the sketch, so this one and this one. Closer inspection reveals dried blood, suggesting it's been submerged in blood. I completely forgot that was blood on that thing. An Amphibian Talon. The League of Amphibian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it's said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. Interesting, because what's her face? The supernatural doctor lady has scars down her cheek. So that's interesting. Okay. Goodbye, have fun. Hi, Eli. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've ever used one to get around their hatred of me. A guise of Lillian. Guise of Lillian. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. Ooh, interesting. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth to bones in trilobites, ammonites, there we go, and devil's toenails. A guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of ancient source of power. Yes, this guy had a fossil. Yeah, hell yeah. The item has an ammonite fossil embedded in it, and closer inspection reveals it produces an out-of-body feeling. Tenebrand Cloak. Upon activation of a Tenebrand Cloak, can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives its power to these totems. That's potentially. Interesting. Ooh, a new person. Rebecca Rose. Hello? Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's still good to know I still have my cat senses. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I'll never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me, it means everything. Okay, so Aries Remnant or Spirit Eye. Interesting. Aries Remnant. These objects induce a form of synesthesia where colors and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low-light conditions, such as miners. The gemstones in an Aries Remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. Cool. Or... shoot, what was the other one? Spirit Eye. Okay. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them not to be a window into the world that should not be seen. Others who deride their fears nothing more than superstition. It's not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath. The visible world, perhaps a layer that requires something more than traditional sense to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Not a fan of that. So we're gonna go with the thing, the Aries thing, which is this bad boy. because that's got the constellation. Gemstones are arranged in the Aries constellation. Hell yeah. A Scythian charm. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. Okay, they are used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm, and tingly to the touch while it's raining. Okay, so if I keep an eye out for something that changes when it rains, then they're carved from wood, but are typically cold but warm if it's raining. So what are you to touch? Textured. Okay. It's not raining right now, so I'm just taking a peek at things that are wood carved. Rough and gnarled. Okay, not you. Need something wooden that mentions it's cold. Warm, polished. But it's not raining. Okay, so I don't know on that one. Maybe that one then? Okay, that's fine. Clarence Hawker. Those ravens are dumb for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up at Halgarth, and another fella a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with the eyes all black like that. And now this fog, too? With the night drawing in and me working late, I refused to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. Sunbond. Okay. You got it. Sunbond. A sunbond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, and made of non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Okay, so non-precious metal and a gemstone of light. No, stop it. No, I know I need to use the book. I didn't want to click that. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Okay. Gemstone of light. You do not have a thing. Okay. Sunstone, fire and light, heat and life. So an amber. Yellow and orange, sometimes containing impurities. Okay. Stone of water, dark purposes, earth, peace and safety, body and mind, fourth eye, fire and fury, protection of enveloping night, stone of strength, night and darkness, death and decay. Okay, yep. And a non-precious metal, which would be a little warmer than you'd expect. Made from bronze. Is bronze a non-precious metal? Does this tell me that? Humans, materials, mundane elements, seasons, weather, Wicca, mundane elements, planetary metals, or yeah, planetary metals. Okay, I don't think that's helping me. That's fine. Go away, please. You maybe? An orange gemstone, wood, gold. It's also warm. They're both warm. Do you also say warm? Warmer than you'd expect. Was it a single? Designed to be carried discreetly, made of non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. That's metal and wood, so let's do this one. Yeah, there we go. Hey. It has an amber gemstone, a stone of light. It's made of bronze, which is non-precious metal, and closer inspection reveals that it's strangely warm. Boop boop. Serene Ward, made from a basilisk scale. Hi, welcome. Hi, sleepyhead. She just woke up. Made from a basilisk scale, a material known to endure intense heat, these unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk itself. Interesting. Ooh, Audrey Bell. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something's stirring. I will need Holgan Grimm in the coming days. Who are you? The priest Audrey Bell. Followers of the warrior god Holgar are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Grandiosity? Sure. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stands. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Interesting. I'm back in a lurk now, though. You're sleepy. Alrighty, Rosalind. I hope you have a wonderful night, and thank you for lurking. And get you some sleeps. Okay, so you want Holgan Grimm. That's adorable. Oh my goodness. That's so cute. Okay, Holgan Grimm. There it is. Oh no, this is the one that I was like, I don't know. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek out his judgment, and Path of the Warrior to help find their way. So protection, truth, and warrior. Are those all symbols? I know protection is. Protection, truth. Was warrior not one? Calm, confusion, death, life, paralysis, poison, deception, fear, foresight, protection, strength, maybe? Truth, fortune, hypnosis, insanity, weakness, and wisdom. Water, dark, ashes, oil, soap, wax, potassium, wind, cold, lightning, rain, the seasons. Okay. Let me double check and see if it had any other. Okay. To seek judgment. So truth to seek his judgment, and Path of the Warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay, that's the only thing that says. Okay. Path of the Warrior. Doop doop doo. Good boy. So we have truth and protection. So the stand up fishy and then the protection. Is there anything that has both of those? And potentially a third? Protection. What are you? You have a lot of stuff. So that's... Oh, God. Okay, hold on. I'm taking a picture so I can see it in the book at the same time. Okay. So that one has... Okay, I'm gonna start over this side. Snow, storm, rain, lightning, hail, fog, thunder, and wind. Okay, so that one is just a bunch of weather-related things. Got it. But I'm looking for truth and protection. That was a witch's symbol. That's protection, but that's protection and insanity. This one does not give me much to go off of. So he's got what looks to be either horns or a moon or something of the variety as a... Wait. Hold. Is it this? Cool and smooth? What is that stone? It's like bluey green. The stone of death and decay. It grows in iron coffins and waterlogged corpses. I think it might be that one. It's like a bluey green color. Yeah. Okay. That's what you are. Dark blue-green gemstone. Okay, so that's what that is. It's painted to look like bone. Nothing to remark there. Sense of foreboding. I guess we can try this? Oh boy, okay, we got it. The mask has an eerie item that can be worn. The sketch shows a priest wearing a mask with their back to us, so yeah, so we saw the horns. Using the index, we can find a sketch of Holgar to whom the mask bears a striking resemblance. Oh, can we? Okay, I'm gonna look at that. I'm curious to see what that means. And the gemstone is a Vivinite, jeez Louise, a stone of death. Okay, got it. Lead heart. These items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to the core of lead hidden by a mere modest exterior. They're said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so let's do, and we'll click Holgar. Heart chamber? Interesting. Okay. So that's fascinating. So if we use the index, we can potentially look at other entries that also refer to that word in the index in order to get more clues. Because this is what that mask looked like. That's really good to know. Okay. Love that. You better baby. Okay, so we still have this thing to explore because I don't want to move on to a new day because we're going to get one of these things. So what the heck are you? You mean time to shut up shop for the day? I don't wanna. I want to figure this out. What this? What eh? Oh god, okay, this is gonna drive me bonkers. It's just a square with a little gajug. Where are you? I know, Alara. I also am unsure. Thank you for your input. It is greatly appreciated. Because it's like this could work, but the jut out is like at the bottom versus at the top. If like I were to look at it like this is the bottom over here. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh my god. I'm gonna get the hang of these controls at some point. They're super easy. My brain is just not with it. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard, a small black casket, a very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Wee. What is stairs? Ooh, okay. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. So we get to go around the castle. Yeah, Gleason Castle. Okay, so we're gonna go here, and then I would like this. Okay, up the stairs. Up the stairs. So go here. Left, then left again. Not those stairs then. So I can't go left. So what about these stairs? So up the stairs, and then left and left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. So left, and then 1, 2. Yeah. So this is why that other one is like driving me bonkers, because the rest of them have been relatively easy to follow. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtain lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding in the windowsill all this time. Ooh, that's spooky. It's 2 fingies with a snake ring. You're hand related. You'll go there. That's spooky. Like, whoa, wait. Oh shit, was I just being an idiot? I think I was just being an idiot. There it is. I forgot this map existed. Okay, that's fine. We got there in the end. It's fine. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room's cold and austere, but I'm about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. She's so pretty. You're very special. You go in a special place. You go right here. Very pretty. Oh, it's raining. Did that change you? No, still just warm. Okay. That's okay. Hey, buddy. Okay, I think this may end up being the last day. We'll see. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. St. John's Anvil. Okay. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name. The fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, the anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but others will still be heard. Okay, so we're looking for something that is reminiscent of these flowers. And I remember holding something and it being like, oh, it dampens the sounds. But I don't remember what the heck it was. Like, it's got to be something here. And it was something that was here from, like, early on. You? Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay, well, let me stay on the dampening sound, or the sound icon. Nope. You? Sounds are muffled in its presence. Yeah, because those leaves look like it. Okay, okay, okay. There you go. Yeah! The leaves in the design are similar to the leaves in the sketch of the plant. Closer inspection reveals that it does indeed muffle sound. Hell yeah. Gray's Grace. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy, they share the design of Shadow Catcher. Okay. Barton Potter. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elvastone if you have one. Well, let's see, buckaroony. Elvastones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments, such as praxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used with these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Okay, so Selenic, I believe, if I remember correctly, is the moon. Whoops. Selenic of the moon, yes. And then there was specifically planetary metals, so moon. So it's going to be silver and look like a moon. Silver and look like moon. Yeah. I think. Ethereal quality. Cool and smooth. Rough and pitted. It's made of silver and stone. Let me read that first part again. Because it's stone. Okay. Yeah. There you go, buddy. The design features crescent moons, a reflection on the Selenic, and the metal is silver, which is associated with moons. I like moons. Ooh, what are you? You're really cool. Gold. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. It's cool. Warm. Blue gemstone, gold, and silver. Oh, interesting. There we go. You go up there. I'm sorry, Jupiter. I didn't mean to wake you up like that, buddy. Hi, Verona. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Okay. Ambra. These items cause mental fog and withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. That fisherman they found yesterday has been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going there to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance, and follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else, but here we are, and here I am. They do it all wrong anyway. Okay, goodbye. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right, so we got the new person, the Relic Hunter, Barton Potter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are words that Barton Potter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He is also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of the few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does at the slightest provocation. All right, Verona, where did you say you were going? And up at Wyatt Beck. Okay. Can we go to Wyatt Beck? Wyatt Beck. Berwick Farm, Wainwright Hospital, Wyatt Beck. Okay, I don't see it on the map. That's fine. I keep trying to hit escape to get out of that. Hi, Jupiter. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library, and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me I need a Cossack purifier and that this is a place to get one. Okay. Small topaz gemstone, known as the Eye, is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley, spirit, or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps, are submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon and are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there's a limit to the effectiveness of this process. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye. Let me double check. Nope. What topaz is looking like. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Topaz. Yeah, pale yellow. Okay, that's what I thought. A topaz. Topaz, topaz, topaz. Topaz. Topaz? Pinkish gemstone, green porcelain. This one smells bad. So, like, I'm gonna try this. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Uh-oh, okay. A yellowish gemstone. I don't see any yellowish gemstones. Well, that's the one I'm looking for. Pale yellowy orange. It's got so much else going on that that feels like it's not the right thing. Same with that. Well, that's already identified anyways. May not have it yet, which means we may have to go exploring. Okay, that's just a gold ring. Okay, so small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong smelling liquid, usually some potent barley, spirit, or vinegar. Alright, so what are you? Green glass, cork, yellowed paper, strong odor when I shake it, and it rattles. Okay. Cool, smooth, papery, spongy. Okay, so if it rattles and it has a weird smell, then that's the gemstone inside of the... Yeah. Yes! Okay, label bears a symbol for vinegar. I should have double-checked that too. Whoopsie doops. Closer inspection reveals that there's a small object rattling inside. Okay, cool. So now we have Valant. The holes in the Valant are of rough equal sizing and spacing. They're used by adventurers to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Someone new. Simone! She was the librarian, if I remember correctly. I've been working on something interesting, something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? Yes, I've learned that they can be used to access a shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered last night. See what you make of it. Give me. Hee hee hee. Yes. Okay, a horned shackle, an evocant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Okay. Okay. And then a moon something. So we need the evocant, the horned shackle, and a moonstone guardian. For the banishment of Hobbs' fear and Noctic sight, they tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Okay, so what is Noctic sight? Okay, that doesn't give me anything different. Hobbs' fear? Still, okay. Tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Okay, that's fine. First, I need a horned shackle. And I need... What did it say? An evocant. Evocant. And then something that takes the form of a comforting guardian. Okay. You? Nope. A comforting guardian. There's a bat, there's a ram. Who would be a... Is it Jupiter? Just pull him down there. Let me keep looking at the index here. Hobbs' fear. Just the Moonstone Guardian. Is Moonstone one of the gems that we could find? I don't... LMNOPM... Okay, it is... Moonstone is here. So Pearly Opsent, usually pink or off-white. Stone of Protection and Enveloping Night. Okay, so we need something that's more than likely got a pinkish stone in it. Which is this. This is pinkish stone. That feels weird. Yeah, okay, I didn't think that. Those are just fingies. Those aren't. I thought for potential maybe those were stones. Pinkish stones. Ooh, so it could be you. Okay, alcove key, horned shackle, evocant, and then moon something, which that has the moonstone. That's not always easy to decipher. Nope. Getting clicker happy. Okay, Moonstone Guardian. They tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Yes, that makes sense. Do I have to put you guys in a specific order?
Hey, you want to come in?
Hey, Charlie! Hey, welcome on in, you guys. Hey, how was the rest of your stream? I know you were playing some Little Nightmares when I hopped out earlier. It is going very, very well. We're playing Strange Antiquities. It's the first night that we're playing it. We have played Strange Horticulture before. So it's very, very fascinating. I keep punching my mic. Oh my goodness. It's very, very interesting. But I hope that the rest of your stream went really, really well. I'm not sure if you swapped out of anything since Little Nightmares, but I did see a good chunk of it earlier, and I'm glad I was able to catch another one of them. But I hope that you had a wonderful night with all of your friends in your community. But hi, everybody. Just in case if you don't know me, my name is Novi. I am a variety streamer. I like a lot of puzzle games and like detective-based games. But we also play a lot of story-based games. It kind of just depends on what the vibes are feeling like for that time. We just started Strange Antiquities tonight, so this is going to be a decent amount of our probably next couple weeks. And then on Fridays right now, we are playing Mass Effect. So if that seems like it's up your alley and you want to join just a lovely collection of silly little geeks, you can drop a follow and come on back. But we love to have you guys so much. Stream went great, ended with Sam and Max. Ooh, never seen this game before, but I've heard of it. Perfect. I think I watched you play some Sam and Max a few weeks ago, I think. That looked like a really, really fun game. I'm not super familiar with it, but it definitely looked like it would be very entertaining. But yeah, this game is delightful. Strange Horticulture is the first of them. And in that one, you run like this kind of spooky plant shop. And there's a lot of like kind of cultish, weird, just shenaniganery that's going on that you're trying to like figure out and work through as well. And so this one is Strange Antiquities, which is just another shop in the city of Undermere. And it seems like there's also some more shenaniganery afoot. So this is just our first night playing it. So I think we're probably like a third-ish through the game, if I had to take a rough guess. But it is definitely very, very good. If you like puzzle-based games that are kind of chill and cozy, it's an incredible, incredible series. Highly recommend. Sam & Max's very strange puzzle game in terms of how you solve it. Ooh, okay, I'll definitely have to add that to a list. I'm actually going to write it down so I don't forget, because I will forget. Sam and Max. Sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah, it looked super fun, and I'm a sucker for a good puzzle game, so I'll definitely have to take a look at it. But if you need a raid and run, please take care of yourself. If not, if you want to just hang out and lurk, and if any of y'all want to hang out and lurk or got a raid and run, totally fine. Taking care of yourself is the most important thing. But thank you guys so much for being here and for bringing your community on over. It's very exciting. I appreciate it so much. But we're right now working on trying to solve this little like piece of paper that the local librarian was able to translate from a random book that they found that was talking about the shop that we're in, which is called Strange Antiquities. And so we're trying to open this little spot right here that's underneath. Is this our little cat Jupiter? It was so freaking cute. But there's like this little secret compartment here. So we're working on trying to open that. And so she was able to translate Horn Shackle, Evocant, and then the moon something, but the writing was all kind of goofed. And so this is the Horn Shackle, which we found out previously from people coming into the shop and being like, hey, I need this thing. And then we use our book to, you know, kind of figure out what it is and investigate the piece. So we were able to find the Horn Shackle and the Evocant. And I was thinking that this said Moon Guardian or whatever that said. So I looked in the book. And the only like moon something that I thought we had was Moonstone Guardian. And I didn't really see anything else that had moon at like the start of the name. So I feel like it has to be Moonstone Guardian. And the Moonstone Guardian is for the banishment of Hobbs Fear and Noctic Sight. And I can click on these to like open the index, but Moonstone Guardian is the only thing for both of those that, you know, Moonstone Guardian is the only thing that mentions both of those, is a better way to phrase that. But the Moonstone Guardians tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. And so then I also looked at what Moonstone looked like in this notebook. And it's a very like pearlescent, opalescent, pinky color. Which is why I was thinking it was this, because this is like a moon goddess. I feel like that would be comforting. And if we inspect it, it's a pinkish gemstone. So I'm like, well, that's a moonstone. So I don't know what this is opening, or if I just haven't done it correctly, which is very, very possible. So that's what I was working on when you guys came on in. But the only other thing that we have that has like that moonstone is this guy. But this is just like a pot that just like smells gross. Like it has a rotten egg smell. And that doesn't give like comforting guardian vibes. So I was looking to see if we had anything else that was in that moonstone family, is that pinkish stone. And I didn't really see anything else. So now I'm like, does it have to go in a certain order potentially? But it has them like listed. Oh, no, hey, come back. Where did you go? Evocant. Yes, I'm not sure if they have to go in a very specific order or anything like that. Like, I assumed they would go in the order that they're written. And then this little thing brought up that, but we still don't have any kind of, like, insert to put into that. I'm gonna put that back down. And moon something, the writing is dense and spidery, so it's not easy to decipher. And those symbols match. I keep trying to hit escape to back out of things. Oops. I would like you to go away, please. Thank you. Okay. So, and then we can check each of the senses. That's how we inspect everything. So inner perception doesn't give us anything here. Scent and sound doesn't give us anything with it either. The stone is cold. The bronze is warm. The rest of the stone is cool and smooth. And it's a pinkish gemstone, bronze, and then regular stone. So I'm going to leave those there for now. I'm going to go ahead and bring the next guy in. So we got Jim Wolfe. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Okay, so hearing charm. Hearing charm, okay. A simple trinket that amplifies sound. While generally used by the hard of hearing, they are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Okay, hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing. Okay, and so in the index, hearing charm is the only thing that has hearing. Okay, so we're looking for a charm that is an animal that's known for its hearing. Bats are known for their hearing. Is that considered hearing? I'm questioning myself now. We can give it a shot. Okay, it is considered hearing. I'm like, I don't know. The pendant's in the shape of a bat, an animal known for its hearing. Closer inspection confirms that it enhances hearing ability. Perfect. So then we get a new entry for our book called Veiled Fen. A veiled fen is brightly colored in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. Huh. So brightly colored in light, but clouds over after a brief stint in darkness. We'll probably be able to put it in one of these spots and then close the cabinet. I feel like that might work to whenever we get to trying to find that one to test if it gets cloudy. I'm just sitting here trying to hit the button for the end of the day. Why you no work? What this? What's happening here? Okay, the librarian. So we've got some new information on a new person. Simone Green. Simone finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. Same. She manages the collections of the Wordsworth Library, following her in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. Okay. Okay, I'm also going to take a peek here. So we've got two different maps. This is the city of Undermere. And our place is here. And then this was Strange Horticulture. So this is the place that the first game takes place at. But then a gentleman also gave us this map. And so I'm curious if, because he just told us to stay away from the master bedroom and the south tower, which is this guy. His north is this away. I don't want to go to the vaults. I don't know if that's going to get me anything, but vaults are blocked by a large iron door. It has no handle or keyhole, and it does not give in the slightest when I push against it. I realize that it has been thematically sealed, but that's not much help. It's not clear what I need to open it. Oh. Okay, so let's look in our book. I'm gonna look in the index and see if there's anything for, like, lock. No. No lock. Is there open? Hold on, moon. Ooh, hold on. Moon heart is the Selenic totem. What did that look like? Hold on. I'm sidetracked. Give me a sec. Selenic totem. It was you. Are you instead? Ah, ha 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 ha. Hee 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 hee. We figured it out. See, I'm glad we went on that detour. Okay, so we've got this fun thing now. It's a green gemstone with yew wood. Hard, cool, rough. Has a pleasant scent that reminds me of the forest. Ooh, fun. And then nothing remarkable about that. Okay. Ooh, okay. So we've got 2 more. Close up the map. Got 2 more of these little guys that get inserted around. There's a couple of spots. I think there's 4 of them. I just don't know what order those things go in. Okay. And then we've got cups. Interesting. Okay. All right. Any secrets in here? Just like aggressively clicking everything. Okay. That's fine. Sweet. Okay. Cool. So we did that. And you can go back over that way. Okay. But we had something to unlock stuff. Fawn's blood. Ooh, come back. Fear, tragic feeling, darkness, danger, gemstone, guilt, hex, Hobbs, Holgar, light, love, levitation, insanity, nameless gods, nightmare, noctic, mether. What is mether? Or like, I don't know. Shoddic, spirit, pain, protection, resonant, sleep, sacrament, ring, sun. Okay, it doesn't look like we have anything just yet for opening stuff. We'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, but I said we were going to go until the end of the day. It's about 10:45 for me, and I do have to work tomorrow, so I think we're going to call it there. Perfect. But thank you guys so much for coming tonight, and thank you so much for that raid. That was so freaking incredible. I appreciate it so much. But I think that's where we're going to call it today. But we'll be back at this again on Wednesday at 7:30 EST. And then Friday is going to be more Mass Effect. And then at some point this weekend, whether it's Saturday or Sunday, I'm unsure at this current moment, but I'll be doing another co-working stream. If you guys have anything that you want to get done, then that's what we'll be doing either Saturday or Sunday at 10:30. But I will make sure to put that out on any of the socials, as well as I'll talk about it during streams for the rest of the week as well, so that everybody knows what we're doing. But I'm going to take a peek here and see who we've got that we can raid into tonight. Search here. Oh, we've got a lot of really good choices right now. Ooh, okay, we're gonna go hang out with a new friend that we met today. Their name is Josu. And they're playing Power Wash Sim, and I think that's a great way to just kind of wind down for the night and just chill. So let me get that pulled up. But we're going to go hang out with them. And amazing. Okay, cool. But yeah, but thank you guys so much. And if you want to come back and hang out, any of those coming in from the raid, I appreciate it so much. If not, that is a-okay. Thank you again. I'm starting to get so sleepy, so my brain is like all over the place. But yeah, so we'll be back on Wednesday with more Strange Antiquities. I'm very excited for this game. I think it's really freaking cool already. And I'm very intrigued to see where it's going to go from here. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. But thank you guys again so freaking much. I don't think I have any other like miscellaneous like housekeeping. That's the word I was looking for. We're just going to be back on Wednesday. And I think that covers everything. But if you guys want to join the Discord, that is always an option as well. And then there's my socials. And then lastly, the raid message. So if you guys want to come hang out with me over in their chat and just chill while they're playing some Power Wash Simulator, then welcome on over and come with me. And let's spread the love and keep that train going, because that sounds like a really good time. But if also you guys need to go to bed and go take care of yourselves, please do that. That is way more important. You guys taking care of yourselves is always the most important thing that you can do. But I think that's everything for me tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. I had a wonderful time, and I will see y'all all on Wednesday. But ultimately, I hope that you all stay silly and stay safe.